Well, hello everyone and welcome to my review of Pathfinder, the adventure card game. This is Rise of the Runelords base set. Wow, that's actually dig right in and roll some dice. So we'll start off with the rule book, and as we open it up, we have the table of contents up here and the tray layouts. Yes, when you open the box you'll have some nice cards to unravel and put them into their places as where they need to be, and it's just the same with getting the expansion adventure decks as well. We'll have a nice little setup of how it's supposed to look, and it's like organising as well, so that's really nice. Nice explanation right here, and I do like these coloured boxes as well. It's like it gives you saying like, hey, just remember doing this and this. Now that's about roughly it. But anyway, anything else is something that you should try and read anyway. It's more of a remembrance or what they are really trying to say. It talks about the your character and what you need to use, what they do, and playing these types of scenarios, cards. It's all pretty I wouldn't say too hard to read. I definitely wouldn't say that. I mean, some things that may be a little bit, well, you might have to read again just in case, which I actually had to do. I mean, I'm not saying I'm dumb in trying to play games. I'm just thinking of like, well, what if it was like this and then it's like that. So sometimes the rules are there, but sometimes they're not, so you might have to look at some FAQ. Only like when I say sometimes they are actually in the book where you have to keep turning pages and then going back to the pages to only move forward pages, and then you have your answers. So it gives you of everything that there is, and die and the type of cards that come into play, and yeah, I mean it's all pretty simple. After the scenario, yes. Oh, it's all good. I mean, completing the scenarios and getting the rewards, that's the best thing about it. And it even gives you some suggested decks, because you can actually make your own beginning decks. Of course, when I say beginning decks, I mean you always start off with some beginning cards, and you just kind of build your deck on how you think of how the character will be best with. So I probably wouldn't recommend of saying if you want to play a wizard, you probably won't want to have like long swords and armor and all that stuff. Actually, I don't think the wizard can have armor. I think that's a warlock. But anyway, we actually, if we stick to this page, because what I want to show you is like these ones right here are the base characters, which is the characters that you get in the game. The other ones are the character add-ons. So that's actually really nice. That it's like saying, hey, here's some other alternative characters that you could get with the character add-on pack, and I like that. I really do. It's like what's the word I'm looking for? A nice little incentive just to get them. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, the book is kind of straightforward. If you've played D20 games before, like D&D or other D20 games, then it's pretty straightforward, really, in how things work. Here is the inside of the box. Well, when I say the inside of the box, I actually mean that I have added a few cards to their respective slots. I'm just showing you some bits here and there. I mean, you do not get this is the character add-on pack, but I'm just showing you that that's where they'll go. You do not get the adventure deck 2, but like I said, I'm just showing of where things would actually go, and the more cards actually look like, well, it actually looks a bit more fuller, as it were. But you do get the adventure deck 1. So you get the normal adventure in here, which, well, that can take quite some time. But it's also nice that they give you an adventure deck 1. So if you do like this and you think you want to play a bit more to continue on with your character and build on them up, you go straight for the adventure deck 1. And like I said, this can take quite a while. Getting through that can take quite a while. And if you still like it, then you could get the adventure deck 2, then 3, 4 and 5 and 6. Yeah, I think there's 6 adventure decks. Yeah, like I said, I haven't put everything in the box. It's just to show. So when you do get them, they can go right there. They can go right there. I mean, that's quite simple and it's quite nice. Nice place to have your dice right here. Yes, the box does come up with some a little dice slot to put your dice, because you get dice in this game. D4, D6, D8, D10, D12. So that's what you're going to be needing for rolling damage and rolling to hit. And yeah, that's really about it. Let's have a little quick look at some of these characters. Right, so the unlocked boxes is a level up system. You don't get experience points, you get rewards, and the rewards say if you successfully do this, you can actually get one of the box ticked off. So extra cards, or skills, or powers. That's really about it. And it's pretty simple, but at the same time it works really well. Even without getting those, I think it still works quite well. And like I said, you do get a nice selection, but the more decks that you get, the better. I would probably recommend getting the well, at least the character add-on pack, because that gives you a few more items and well, when I say items, it means items, spells, weapons, armor, allies in here. It's all just going to your deck. Of course, some of them are repeats, just because well, you can get more adventurers into play. And there you have it. That was Pathfinder, the adventure card game Rise of the Runelords base set. So what do I think of this? Well, this is a game for 1 to 4 players. However, if you do get the character add-on, that brings up to 5 to 6 players. And well, it can be a very good use. I mean, for getting the extra character add-on, even if you don't have a group for 5 to 6. I mean, it's just for a few more extra heroes, which are quite nice, and a little bit of items here and there. But it is unnecessary if you do not want them. I myself got it because, well, 5 to 6 players, it's a good buy for me. Well, anyway, I actually like this because the cards give you lots of fluff, as it were, and when I say fluff, I mean story as well, which I like that. So you're exploring, and it feels more like a Pathfinder experience. Yeah, when I'm saying Pathfinder, I mean Pathfinder, the D20 pen and paper game, role play, that is, which, you know, it's all good there. And if you do like Pathfinder, you can't go wrong with the adventure card game. You probably already have it. I don't know. And if you haven't, then I think you could just check this out. Even if you haven't played Pathfinder, it's pretty simple just to jump straight in. Well, after reading the rules, of course. But if you have played some D20 games or role-play games, then it is still quite easy just to understand what the cards are talking about and how to use them. So what rating should I give this? It's a very big box, that's for sure. Pretty big box, but it's a box that can hold all of your cards as long as you get the extra adventure decks. I've shown you two of them. Well, one of them you'll get in here, which is really nice, really nice. I mean, that's very good. If you get more, then you've got the space to put them in. If you don't, then it's still nice. It's still nice. Let me think. Well, I know that I like this kind of game, and I do like role-play games, because that is one of the good things to play. And my players always keep complaining about that they're not using their dice because they're only using it for roleplay. This helps. I can guarantee you that. So, with everything going on, I do love this game. I really do. It's a big box. I just don't know if it's for everyone. This is a tough one. Oh jeez. I'm gonna have to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Seriously, 7.5 out of 10. It is a big box. It might not be for everyone. When you got a chance to play it, you could just go ahead and play it, set things up. It's pretty all simple. But apart from that, yeah. Yeah, that's all I have. So thank you very much and bye.